And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salt along with Naomi Tucker. Big Sunday show to get to. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everybody. You can watch all the action right here at Laurel Park today in the sports book. Let's talk about yesterday. We had a big Saturday yesterday here. We had a nice crowd yesterday. Big races all over the country. We had some nice races right here. Let's talk about our feature. That was race 8 yesterday. Bye Bye Birdie. 2 big impressive wins off a year-plus layoff. She didn't run at all as a 3-year-old. She broke her maiden as a 2-year-old. She came back to the races. She made her 4-year-old debut early January. Got the A other than win that day. Stepped up to a tough 2 other than allowance condition in yesterday's race 8, and she won it no problem. Won by a length as the favored with Trevor McCarthy aboard for Hammy Smith. Big impressive win for Bye Bye Birdie.
Well, we said she has been improving throughout her career, and even though she hadn't been on the racetrack that much, I liked her working pattern, and she did it there yesterday.
So big win for Bye Bye Birdies. That was a 2 other than, so you try to find a third level allowance, or maybe you go to a stake. We'll see. Hammy Smith has a nice 4-year-old filly. She's fresh and ready to roll. Bye Bye Birdie. The allowance race before that, we saw. How about the late pick 5? The late pick 5 paid big yesterday. That paid $2,700. We have a nice carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. We'll get to that in a second. But we had Let's Play 9, a short price favorite. He went down. Muchacho, a big race. A nice ride by Forrest Boyce for Corby Callazo. Muchacho, a real nice 4-year-old by Mucho Macho Man, and I like a Mucho Macho Man, a first-time starter on top today.
Well, we were just mentioning we think they're only going to get better with age, so that was a really nice win for the sider. And as you mentioned, today, second race, maiden special weight, firster. Be very interesting here for the Jerry O'Dwyer barn, who has really good stats with his firsters, so be a good day.
All right, so Muchacho, big allowance winner yesterday. Princess Katie, a nice allowance winner with the Bug. Victor Rosales aboard for Claudio Gonzalez. I tried to get the heavy 1-5 favorite beat in the third race, but One-Eyed Jack got up at 1-5, held on by a desperate neck. Welling and Victor Carrasco, they were trying to switch over to that right lead. Once they did switch over to the right lead, he made one final surge, but One-Eyed Jack held on. Trevor McCarthy with a 2-win day yesterday. Pletcher gets the money with One-Eyed Jack.
Well, One-Eyed Jack was getting a little bit hot in the paddock earlier on, so we're all getting a bit wary about that. But he managed to tough it out. That was a good run from the number 5 Welling as well on the outside, who nearly got there in the finish, but One-Eyed Jack toughed it out indeed to sort of show that class prevails here for that son of Uncle Mo.
All right, so he got the money. The Bug, Charlie Marquez, had a 2-win day yesterday. Let's show you the carryover we have today in our Rainbow Pick 6. Now, it's going to start in race 2 today. It normally starts race 3 or 4. It's going to start race 2 today on the 7-race program, so don't get shut out. There's the carryover, a little over $5,600 in our Rainbow Pick 6. Naomi, you'll have a ticket for that. You gave out a winning Pick 4 ticket on Friday, so we'll let you try the Pick 6 today. You can watch all the big game action right here today at Laurel Park. Come on out. We're going to have the big game watch party in the sports book. Grab a couch, grab a table. We'll have food and drink specials all day long. Sam, the bartender, will take good care of you. You can watch all the action on that 72-foot LED wall. The big game starts at 6:30. All the simulcast action, including the live racing from Laurel Park, you can watch in the sports book. So that's going to be the place to be today, the sports book, Naomi. We'll have to go down there and check it out. And we also have the $3,000 football pick'em contest. Now, you can play this for free. All you have to do is buy a program, and then you can play for free in the $3,000 big game pick'em contest. You enter up there somewhere on the second floor, either the sports bar or the sports book. They'll take care of you and enter in that big $3,000 big game pick'em contest. Sal Sinatra and Tim Lucius, they came up with a bunch of prop bets for the big game pick'em contest. So you can bet horse racing and you can bet the big game right here at Laurel Park. I know you're thinking about hanging around to watch the big game here.
Indeed, indeed. Now, I'm not a football expert, but who doesn't like free money? And you can't win it if you're not in it. So definitely come and join us and have a bet. And I heard you can even get some nice food up there as well. I was speaking to Alex, who runs our food and beverages services here. Now, I'm a vegetarian. He said I can even get a veggie burger up there. So
All right,
I'm
good stuff.
down.
All right, good stuff. All right, so today wraps up a big weekend. We have a monster super stakes Saturday coming up just under a couple weeks away now. Saturday, February 15th, we'll have our Sprint Fest Winter Stakes. 5 big stake races highlighted by the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie Stakes, the Grade 3 General George top sprinters going for $250,000 in those 2 Grade 3 affairs. Then you have the John Campbell for older horses, and top 3-year-olds will square off in the Miracle Wood in the wide country. You had Always Mining that won the Miracle Wood last year. He'd go on to the Preakness. Las Cetas won the wide country. She'd go on to have a big spring. So looking forward to some big stakes action. This will be our first big super stakes Saturday while with you here, Naomi. So looking forward to February 15th.
Well, I said it before and I'll say it again. This is the time of the year for the 3-year-olds. So especially the Miracle Wood Stakes, White Country Stakes. I want to see what kind of talent we got on the grounds here at Laurel Park.
Well, we'll see you on Saturday, February 15th. So that's coming up in February. Of course, the big one coming up in May, the 3rd Saturday in May. Also, the Winter Carnival on February 15th as well. We'll have a Maryland Jockey Club hat giveaway, kids' winter crafts, and face painting live, ice sculpting demo. So fun for the whole family. Learn more about the Sprint Fest Winter Carnival on the website, laurelpark.com. Check out all the upcoming events on the website, laurelpark.com. All right, Preakness 145. It's coming up Saturday, May 16th this year, 3rd Saturday in May, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown, the People's Race, the People's Party. Preakness.com for all your tickets and information for this year's Preakness 145. Naomi, today's a special day. It's a special birthday for our 2015 Triple Crown winner. Where were you when American Pharoah won the Triple Crown?
I was actually in the Netherlands, so that doesn't sound as exciting as being in the US or even being there at Belmont when history was made. And I watched it on the television and I thought, wow, will we ever see a horse like this again? Now, we had another Triple Crown winner after that, and I was very lucky to be at Belmont Park when Justify won the Triple Crown. But of course, American Pharoah is the special one, the one that ended the drought, the People's Champion. So happy birthday to American Pharoah.
Well, let's show you what he did in the middle jewel of the Triple Crown that year in Pimlico, and that torrential, that epic downpour we had right before the Preakness in 2015. No problem for American Pharoah. Let's show you what the champ did.
And American Pharoah turns for home with the lead. Now Divining Rod fully driven in second. Dortmund couldn't quicken in third. They're coming through the final furlong, and it's American Pharoah and Victor Espinoza with a lead by 6 from Divining Rod. American Pharoah, a true American phenom. American Pharoah, phenomenal in the Preakness, led all the way to win by a half dozen. Tail of Verve was second. Tail of Verve was second at 25-1.
All right, Dave Rodman there with the call in 2015, the Preakness, and American Pharoah. He would go on to win 9 races in his career. He's 9 for 11, made over $8.6 million, and a big win there in the Preakness. That was, and then he'd win the Belmont, first Triple Crown since 1978. You heard Dortmund there in the stretch call. Dortmund now a stallion here in Maryland. You have to go up and check him out at Bonita Farm up there in Harford County.
I do indeed. There's many farms that I actually want to see here in Maryland. We have such a lucrative and great breeding program here, and I really want to get them to know them all. I did get to see American Pharoah at stud at Coolmore in Kentucky at Ashford stud, and
nice.
Wow, what an imposing horse, and he's so laid back and he's so friendly. I was standing there patting him.
Yep, he's got a beautiful demeanor. So all thoroughbreds, their birthday January 1st, but American Pharoah's actual birthday was today, back in 2012. So the Triple Crown champ turns 8 today. A happy birthday, American Pharoah. Let's talk about the 3-year-olds this year. We have one of the top 3-year-olds in the country stabled right here at Laurel Park for a young up-and-coming Irish-born trainer, Jerry O'Dwyer. We checked out his barn last week. We got an up-close look of Shotsky. You tweeted out a nice video of Shotsky. Shotsky with Kentucky Derby points and a Preakness prep points on the line yesterday up there at Aqueduct in the Grade 3 Withers. He was the favorite coming into this race after he won the Grade 2 the Remsen. He won the Grade 2 Remsen as a 2-year-old going 9 furlongs at Aqueduct, and he went off the favored yesterday in the Grade 3 Withers for $250,000. Let's take a look at the race. We're going to show you the whole race with no audio. We'll kind of analyze. He breaks a tad bit slow, a bit tardy, and he's going to have to. He's in behind horses here. But with Luis Saez aboard, he kind of has to muscle his way out here. Now he's 3 wide, and now he's in between horses. So kind of a rough go into that first clubhouse turn. You read the chart, and there's a big long write-up of Chotsky in the Equibase chart about it. It's not the best run into the clubhouse turn. Now he kind of just inherits the lead down as they straighten away for the backstretch. And then you read the chart, it's like 3 or 4 horses that come and challenge him. Well, he's going to take pressure from the outside all the way down, all the way until they turn for home.
Yeah, he did have to use a lot of energy getting to the front and hustling his way through, and then takes a lot of the heat setting the pace in this race as well. And noted is that the winner, the number 3 for the Linda Rice bond, actually came from off the pace. You can see him there in the purple colors in the middle of the pack on the outside. So he got a considerably easier trip than Chotsky seemed to have gotten. And as you can see here, he's already getting asked by the rider's size to just move forward a little bit. And he's such a beautiful looking horse. And I actually think that there's so much more to find with him still, because he was still a little bit up behind. And for people that don't know what that means he still has a bit of growing to do. And he's got so much muscle on already. So I think he can even get better. But
so he puts away all the challengers, right, as they turn for home. He's dueling Monday Morning Quarterback's going to come up and be his next challenger as the horse in the blue blinkers. He gets tired and fades away. But here comes Monday Morning Quarterback, who was a stakes winner here at Laurel Park. Looks like he's going to go right on by. But Chotsky repels this challenger, and here comes the Linda Rice horse on the far outside. How many times you see this? You see a horse put away the horse he's dueling with, and then another horse comes on the outside and beats them both.
Yeah, he had Monday Morning Quarterback on his outside, and he was gamely battling, and then of course the horse on the outside came and just got him. And how could he know? He wasn't busy looking at that horse, and I guess Saez might have not been seeing the closer on the center of the track either. So it's very tricky. And I think the race doesn't take much away from Chotsky. I still think he's an incredibly good call, and I feel that there's so much more to come with him.
Absolutely, and that's probably a real nice 3-year-old of Linda Rice that won the race. Max Player by honor code. He could be a real deal. So Max Player gets 10 points for the Kentucky Derby. The Laurel Park based horse Chotsky gets 4 points for the Kentucky Derby. The Pletcher Tappet colt that was third, Portis, got 2, and Monday Morning Quarterback, he got a point as well for the Kentucky Derby yesterday. So a big race up there at Aqueduct yesterday. Gulfstream had a big Triple Crown prep race down there yesterday. The Holy Bull and the Maryland native Barclay Tagg gets back into the winner's circle with his big 3-year-old.
Yeah, Tisdale run incredibly well, and he's been showing us that he is the real deal. But there were doubters, but I guess they've been put to bed now. Yep. So we have Tisdale right back to the winner's circle. All right, so that's all the Preakness and Triple Crown news for today. Let's get right to it. We have a nice 7-race program today. Let's show you a picture of the main track. And we had a little precipitation, I believe, overnight. They're working on, but we're going to have a fast track today. They're working on it right now, sealing up on the inside, but we'll have a fast track for this afternoon. Temperature at 41 degrees. We'll get an updated weather there for you with Dave Rodman. I'm not sure that weather is right there. We'll check on that. But here we go. Let's take a look at race 1. Race 1's going to kick off the popular early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5, and even with that 1-5 shot of Pletcher's winning race 3 yesterday, the early pick 5 still paid almost $400 yesterday because you always have that low 12% takeout. Let's take a look at my ticket for the early pick 5 today, a $45 ticket. You can study this ticket and my late pick 4 ticket and Naomi's tickets, all of her picks for today on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. But here we go with my early pick 5 ticket. Now, race 1, I think there's a suspect 2-5 favored. I think the 2 always talking is suspect for Jerry Robb. She's won 2 in a row, but man, does she get leg weary in the final stride, swaps over to that left lead and tries to crawl home. She's won her last 2. Can she win 3 in a row? We'll see. I think
think I can beat her with the other Jerry Robb filly in there. I go with the 1 Big Daddy's Glory on top in race 1, but you have to use the other favorite as well. So 1-2 in race 1, then I go 1-2-3 in race 2. Race 2, one of our features of the day, a nice maiden special weight, and I have a Jamie Ness first-time starter in there on top. Mucho Macho Eddie by Mucho Macho Man with Trevor McCarthy aboard. I have him on top of the 1 Order for Porky and the 3 Toy. They'll be the tough horses to beat in there as well. Race 3 is a tough nickel starter. I hit the all button there. I have all 5 runners on top, or I have all 5 runners in race 3. That's a competitive nickel starter going 6 furlongs with 5 runners. Race 4, I go 3 deep there with the 1-4-5. I have the 5 Tapping the Glass on top. And then race 5, I have the 5 Group Tex on top. My single 7-2 morning line for the Red Hot Barn, the trainer Carlos Mancia. The Mancia Barn with another win yesterday. We'll show you a video of Group Tex last win here at Laurel Park late November. I think the 5 Group Tex, a reliable single here in race 5 to anchor my early pick 5 ticket. So here we go. Race 1. Let's see if I can. I almost got the Pletcher 1-5 shot beat yesterday, but he hung on for a desperate neck. Let's see what happens here in race 1 with this heavy favorite. We're going 6 furlongs in race 1, claiming 12,500 for 3-year-old fillies. Let's show you a video of the 2-5 morning line favorite from December 26th right here at Laurel Park against 2-year-olds, claiming 16,000, going 6 furlongs, in front now by about 3, always talking. But just watch here, left-handed now from the X-Man. Now watch when he goes to the right hand. All right, right there, she switches over to her left lead and starts getting leg weary, and she did the same thing in that win on November 10th when she barely hung on by a nose. So she's done that same thing, switched over to her left lead and got leg weary in the final strides. She's won her last 2. Can she win 3 in a row? Now she's dropping back down to the 12-5, and maybe that's for a reason. Looks like the for sale sign is on. I go with the other Jerry Robb filly on top, but always talking is going to be in front with the X-Man. New whip rules right now, I think, that have taken effect since those couple wins, so that might affect the strategy here with the X-Man. You have the filly on top. She'll be in front, turning for home.
I do indeed. I thought that last race that we showed here, she crossed over from a wide draw, was in front, set the pace, and as you said, she was switching leads a little bit. I didn't mind that as much because I feel like she's only a 3-year-old and they can continue growing from that. I don't think if they keep running through it, I'm not going to stop them from doing it. And I also feel that if you're forcing horses to do certain things that can get them out of the rhythm of the race. So I've put her on top here as well because the number 1 Big Daddy's Glory, she saved ground away from the speed in her last race, and she started on closing on the rail, which I thought was good, but I really did think she ran into a fast pace, which is a bit of a downgrade for me.
All right, so the 1 Big Daddy's Glory. So always talking is 2-5. The other Rob filly in here, the 1 Big Daddy's Glory, a 3-year-old daughter of Bandbox out of that nice mare, Big Daddy's Girl, who was trained by Jerry Robb. She was a runner. She won 11 times, made almost a couple $100,000. She's been a solid producer as well. This filly with a couple older sibs, one made $173,000 and the other one made $85,000. Those are the only 2 siblings for Big Daddy's Glory. So this mare's throwing some runners. It took her 4 races for the light bulb to go on, but that was an impressive win. She was on the inside around the whole far turn, and she had to rally a strong rally in the final strides to get up by a half length. So you get 5 pounds off with the Bug Avery Wisman. So I think always talking is going to be in front, but then you're going to have the other Rob filly, Big Daddy's Glory, coming in the final strides, and I'm getting 5 pounds off with the 1. So 1-2 for me, 2-1 for you. If the 2 wins race 1, everybody's live in the early pick 5. If the 2 doesn't win race 1, then a lot of people get knocked out of that early pick 5.
And both for the John Robstable, who has been on fire. He had 2 in his hair in the last 3 days, Shawnee P and Sexy Ama. So I think he's just going to continue here.
All right, so it's all Jerry Robb in the opener. Let's turn the page here. The 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 will start race 2 today. Nice carryover, a little over $5,600. Let's show you what we have for the Rainbow Pick 6. There you go, $5,634. Starts in race 2. Naomi, you gave out a winning pick 4 the other day. Let's check out your Pick 6 ticket and see how you play it.
Yeah, starting race 2 is a nice maiden special at over a mile here. My key horse is the number 3 Toy for Trombetta, who showed a strong turn of foot when having to switch to the outside. And of course, Mucho Macho Eddie is exciting first time starter for Jamie Ness. Same as like we said, Muchacho, who won that allowance here yesterday. So I thought those were key horses for me. And then in race 3, I've got the 1, 3, and 6, whereas I'm hoping that sound of the number 3 will be produced at the right time over 6 furlong here. In race 4, for me, it's hard to look. I've got the number 1 and 4. It's hard to look past the number 1 pitching Ari for the Claudio Gonzalez barn, combined with JD Acosta is 71% win at Laurel over the last year. And then in race 5, I'm going 3 deep, 1, 2, 5. The number 5 Group Text, whose November race, the 28th, had a few winners to come out of it recently here at Laurel Park. Namely Call Me Jelly Roll, as well as yesterday's winner Marie from Prix. And then race 6, I'm 2 deep, number 2 and 3. And in race 7, I'm 2 deep as well with number 2 and 5, because I think that both of these horses you can never really go wrong with an O'Dwyer and Russell combo and a McCarthy and Trombetta combo.
All right, so I like your ticket, $43.20 play for the Rainbow Pick 6. You can study Naomi's ticket some more on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. So race 2 is one of our features of the day to kick off the Pick 6. Nice maiden special weight for straight 3-year-olds going a flat mile. Let's start with the 3 Toy, who you have on top, right, Naomi? Okay, there we go. You have the 3 on top, a 3-year-old by Tapazar, a homebred for Dark Hollow Farm, and Mike Trombetta. Let's check out the race from January 17th against Maiden 40,000, going 6 furlongs. The 3 Toy, she's the 2 horse this day. If we have that video spotlight from January 17th, there she is on the inside going around the far turn. But once they straighten away for home, she swings 7 wide and is going to end up finishing second behind a sharp Dale Capuano winner this day. Just waving a smile. Had 2 sharp seconds prior to the win in this race here on January 17th.
I think the key in this race for this gelding by Tapazar is the turn of foot he showed at the end of this. It wasn't a particularly slow or fast pace, so he really showed that whatever they're setting, he can come and close there. And I think that might be the case here again today, although he might be a bit closer to the speed today, I'm assuming.
And he's stretching out to a mile today. Shows no early speed in the sprints. Maybe it can be a little bit closer today, stretching out to a mile. The Mike Trombetta barn, 2 sprints to a route, 25%, 2 for the last 8, and in the overall sprint around about 17%. Alex Centron will ride. I think the 3 Toys are going to be live. I use that runner in my top 3. I go with the 2, though. Mucho Macho Eddie, a first-time starter from the Jamie Ness barn by Mucho Macho Man, the sire of this year's Pegasus winner, Mucho Gusto. We saw Muchacho win yesterday here, beating the heavy favorite. I think the Mucho Macho Mans are just going to keep getting better as they get older. Of course, he got better as he got older. He almost won the Breeders' Cup Classic 2 years in a row. Got beat the first year by Fort Larnard. I think he ran a 1:16 that year. He got beat like a neck or something. And he came right back the next year and won it and beat Will Take Charge. And then Will Take Charge would come right back to win. So Mucho Macho Man, he made $5.6 million overall, and he's turning out to be a nice sire. He hits at about 15% with his 3-year-olds in maiden special weight races, so that's okay. The dam, Hello Regina, she did not run at all. However, the second dam was a runner. The second dam was a grade 3 winner going 6 furlongs, won 7 races, made $230,000. So a nice family on the dam side. You're by an up-and-coming top sire, Mucho Macho Man, and trained by Jamie Ness. And you came up with a stat here for trainer Jamie Ness in his first-time starters. Past 90 days, 2 for 5, 40%, 60% in the money with first-time starters with a nice positive ROI there. So good stat there that you came up with for trainer Jamie Ness with his first-time starters.
Yes, well, for anyone wondering what to do in this race, you could just go by that stat. It'd be silly not to include this horse in your multis.
All right, so I have the 2 on top. The morning line favored, who neither one of us pick on top here. The 1, Order for Porky from the Kelly Rubley barn. Beaten favored 2 starts ago on a main track. Finished a good on a fast track. Finished a good second. Got beat 10 lengths on a muddy track last out. Has had 3 route races under his belt. So this Uncle Mill horse, he's poised for a big effort. He'll be right there with Pimentel aboard for Rubley. But it looks like we're both trying to beat the favorite here in race 2.
Yeah, and the number 1, Order for Porky, was beaten by Irish Court, which is a nice Jason Servant horse who might be coming back for one of the stakes races here in 2 weeks. So I think that really backs up his class here.
All right, so a nice competitive maiden special weight here. Race 2 to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Let's turn the page here. Race 3 starts the late pick 5. No carryover today in the late pick 5. They hit it yesterday for a big number, around 2,700 yesterday for the late pick 5. As always, that industry low, 12% takeout. Naomi has a ticket today for the late pick 5. Let's check it out and see how she plays it.
And starting in race 3, I'm going 2 deep, 1-3. The key horse here, number 1, Fire Mission, Juan Vasquez. The second last race, the winner, Foreman. The Foreman ran a strong 71 buyer after this, but I do think the one to beat is the number 3, Sound Off. And then in race 4, as mentioned previously, the number 1, Pitching Aries. I hope he's going to get a bit of a cleaner trip here for the Claudio Gonzalez barn to stay on top. And then in race 5, I'm going 4 deep because I feel like there's a few horses in here that could be interesting and that might actually run well. And the number 6 I've put on top, which is the number 6 is the interesting horse in here that I thought I had to include. My Tea Talk with Alberto Burgos, who showed late speed when running slower fractions here on the 10th of January. And then in race 6, 2 and 3, I'd really would like to see the Lacey Godet trained Sierra Leone grab her 3rd consecutive win with Charlie Marquez to stay as hot as he was yesterday. First time ever, first career double. So hoping that he stays on form here today. And then in race 7, I'm finishing it up with the number 2 and the number 5.
All right, so late pick 5s paid $2,700 yesterday. Starts in race 3, a real nice $5,000 starter allowance for 4-year-olds and upward. Going 6 furlongs. Take out the 8-5 morning line favorite, the 4 Kingston Pike, who was coming back in 7 days. He's scratched. So now the race is wide open. On my early pick 5, I hit the all button here in race 3. I use all 5 runners. My top pick is going to be the 3 Sound Off from Michael Sandoval. Sheldon Russell rides a 6-year-old by Congrats. A sharp win last out at Charlestown. 75 buyer speed figure. Sound Off, a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. He's in good form right now. And we both have the 3 Sound Off on top.
We do, and I think he comes a bit off the pace, and I'm hoping that Tambora can take him into this race here. And he was on the rail last time out, but he really did produce a bit of speed. And he followed Cloud Chaser to the bend, but he was timed right. And I think if they time him right again here today, I'm hoping that Sheldon Russell knows exactly what he's doing. But he's proven he has, being one of the top riders here at Laurel Park, to produce him at the exact right time here today.
All right, so we both have the 3 Sound Off on top there in race 3. Let's get to race 4. Nice allowance race to kick off the late pick 4 here in race 4. I have a ticket today for the late pick 4. Let's check it out. I hit the all button in race 4. We have 5 runners in here. Take out the 6. I think all 5 are live. I go with the 5, tapping the glass on top at 3-1. But I think everybody's live here in race 4. So I hit the all button. My single comes in race 5. I think the 5 Group Tex is going to gallop today for the Red Hot Barn trainer Carlos Mancia. J.D. Acosta will ride. Race 6, I go with the 2 Sierra Leone on top, but the 1 and the 3, they'll be tough in there as well. Race 7, the finale, I go 4 deep there. The 1 and the 2 is going to be the heavy. 2 and the 5 are going to be the favorites there, but the 1 and the 4, they're live in there as well. So there's my ticket. $30 late pick 4 starts in race 4. Nice first level allowance for 3 and up, going a flat mile. Let's check out our picks here for race 4, and then we have a video spotlight. We can do whatever you guys want to do first. Let's go to the video of Pitching Ari and Court Sky and Tapping the Glass. They all come out of the same race on January 11th. Pitching Ari is going to rally to win. Court Sky, who's going to get in front, turning for home, finishes second. He's disqualified and placed 5th. My top pick in today's race is the 5 Tapping the Glass. Tapping the Glass is the 4 who you're going to see swing the widest of all coming for home. There's my top pick on the outside. The 4 is going to get up for a good 4th, I think, this day with a wide trip. So I go Tapping the Glass on top today, but Pitching Ari in razor sharp form right now. He's won 2 in a row since Claudio Gonzalez claimed him.
Yeah, well, if you were holding your breath just again watching this, you're not the only one, because courtside came sharply inwards and really caused a ripple effect to have the number 6 completely get squeezed out and Pitching Ari get bumped as well. And I completely understand where you're going with Tapping the Glass, going that wide and closing so fast, but I thought Pitching Ari, even though get bumped off his feet, continued rallying on the inside, so I have him on top here.
He'll be tough. A nice claim for 25,000 by Claudio. He's won 2 in a row. So pitching already looking for 3 in a row. He's the horse to beat. I use him in my exact. I'm just hoping the 5 pounds I'm getting off with Victor Rosales, who won a race yesterday. And I'm hoping with a better trip, tapping the glass can get the money. Court Sky figures to be right there as well. We both used a 3. My friend's Beers is why I hit the all button in this race. My friend's Beers live in this spot at 8-1. Fergal Lynch rides for Jerry O'Dwyer, a sharp second, 2 back, and a nice maiden score on a fast track last out.
Yeah, and 2 runners out of that last race. For example, Paint the Music ran 4th, and 4th Barrister returned to nearly win, but then get beaten by a head in the maiden claimer here. So there's been a bit of franking of the form, but for me, not enough to put him on top here.
All right, so we like the same 4 runners here in race 4. Real nice allowance race to kick off the late pick 4. The 1, 4, and the 5 all coming out of the same race. The 2 Indies Jewel gets first-time Lasix for Alfredo Velasquez. Let's get a quick commercial break. Still 3 more races to go. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 3. We'll check it out right after this.
Run Happy is simply super. He polishes off an outstanding campaign with a dominant victory in the Malibu.
No medication, no problem. Run Happy, standing at Claiborne Farm.
All right, the Grade 3 Run Happy Barbara Fritchie coming up just under 2 weeks from today, Saturday, February 15th, part of our big Sprint Fest Winter Carnival here in February. Let's take a look at Race 5 to kick off the final Pick 3. We also start the Rolling Super High 5 here in Race 5. Carry over a little shy of 1,900. That bet features a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Race 5, we're going 6 furlongs. Real nice $5,000 starter allowance for filly and mares going 4-year-olds and upward. I have the 5 on top here. Group Tex, I think, is going to gallop. It's won 2 in a row since trainer Carlos Mencia claimed this 4-year-old daughter of Include for $5,000 back in October. Let's show you the first win off the claim late November against 10,003 Life Company this day. Group Tex is the 2-horse, going to come from the back of the pack, widest of all. And this was she was a 3-year-old for this race, so she was a 3-year-old taking advantage of the older horses that hadn't won 3. But this is a real big win. She gets almost a lifetime best 65 buyer speed figure. She beats Call Me Jelly Roll in this race. Call Me Jelly Roll's come back to win 2 of her last 3 starts. Also, she beat Mighty Talk in this race, who's come back to win 2 of her next 3. So a real productive win. She'd follow this win up with a nice win, going 6.5 furlongs against starter allowance at Charlestown with J.D. Acosta aboard. So a real nice spot today for Group Tex and the Red Hot Carlos Mencia.
And don't forget Marie from Paris, who won here yesterday as well, came out of that same race. So Group Tex was my top pick here as well.
All right, we both go with the 5. The 2 I have in my exacta, Truly Hot. Sharp winner last out for Mary Epler at this level. Caramanos will ride. It's a nice 6-year-old mare who's made almost a couple $100,000, 5-time winner here at Laurel Park. So she'll be a major threat in the final strides as well.
Yeah, she ran a really fast race on a hot pace, but closing well. So I always think that upgrades has shown that they can show that early speed, using up quite a lot of energy to still close out there. So I have her in 3rd here as well.
All right, the favorite in this race, the 2-1 morning line favorite in this race is the 1 Castle Ridge. We both pick against, runs first off the claim today for trainer Willie Key. The X-Man rides, sharp win last out against Open 5000 Company. I was in the Jerry Robb barn. Now she's got to duplicate it for a new trainer today. She has speed on the inside, so she's going to have to break sharp, and she's probably going to be taking pressure from the outside.
Well, I like that 9-day turnaround as well for 6 furlong sprints. I think it shows that you can keep a horse fit by just racing them and that they can come out and run well. But it's for the Willie Key barn, and he's 0 from 14 in the last 5 years of the claim. And that I mentioned a similar stat yesterday, which made him smile. So I'm hoping that maybe I've just talked him into the winner's enclosure here.
All right, well, Castle Ridge better break sharp today from the inside. right, let's turn the page here. Race 6 to kick off the late daily double. We're going a flat mile, claiming 8,000 filly mares 4 and up. The 2 Sierra Leonas won 2 in a row. So a real nice 5-year-old mare by Preakness winner, Point Given. She had a nice sharp win last out against Open 5,000 Company. Lacey Godet claimed her that day, steps her up to the Open 8, but she won an Open 12-5 back on January 9th. So I think this level will be no problem. You're getting 10 pounds off. Make that 7 pounds off. With the 2 wins yesterday that Marquez had, he's now a 7-pound apprentice, okay? So make that a 7-pound apprentice for Charlie Marquez. So the weight here is going to be 116 for both our top picks, the 2 Sierra Leona.
Yeah, looking for that third win here. And Lacey Godet is actually not doing too bad first off the claim here. Last year, 3 out of 19, 16% wins and 42% in the money. So I've picked her here because I thought that she had to get ridden to sort of stay close to the speed, but she wasn't as far back as it seemed on paper and managed to close really impressively. So I've put her here on top.
Hashtag selfies, the morning line favorite in this contest for Kieran McGee. Caramanos will ride. She's a proven starter allowance kind of horse. She's a 9-time winner here at Laurel Park. It's the first time she's been in for a tag for a long time here. That's why she's the favorite. Hashtag selfie.
Yeah, and that 2 race back, Sweet Home Dixie then went on to win an allowance, of course, in distance here, reiterating that 66 buyer form. So she will be very competitive here.
All right, so hashtag selfie, likely to be in front, going a mile. Sierra Leone, our top pick, going to try to run her down in the final strides, getting 4 pounds off from the 3 is the 2 Sierra Leona. So nice open 8,000 claimer going a mile. Race 6, let's turn the page. Race 7 is Quinella time with that low 10% takeout. Last live race every racing day. We have the Quinella. Race 7, we're going a flat mile. Maiden claiming 25,000 for 3-year-old fillies. I have the 5 on top here, Palace Check. Let's start there. Palace Check is your 9 to 5 second choice in here. The 2 Roma Delight, your 8 to 5 morning line favorite. But I'll go with the 5 Palace Check on top here. McCarthy, a 2-win day yesterday. He rides this filly for Trombetta. An okay third last out at this level, going a mile. That was the first time dropping the maiden 25. That was her best race ever. It was second time blinkers. That was second time off the layoff. So I think the 5 Palace Check is poised to break her maiden today. I put her on top.
Yeah, Trombetta and Michael McCarthy, 32% winners over this track over the last year. So it's hard to go against them, but I actually did because I went with the 2 Roma Delight, who didn't have the cleanest. It was outside the mid pack last time, and she was close. She was closer to speed than Palace Check, and hence using more energy, and hence I upgraded her. And also, Jerry O'Dwyer, maiden claiming 3-year-olds, 27% win and 50% in the money, 6 from 22 starters, which I thought was a very interesting stat.
All right, yeah. So the daughter of Painter, the 2 Roma Delight, she'll be a formidable favorite here. 2-5 for you, 5-2 for me on top. We both used the 4 in our trifecta. The 4 any minute now is taking a drop in class today for trainer Tim Keefe. She did not have a very good start last out. Let's show you that race. Late December, maiden 40 3/4. Here's the start from the 2-hole. Boom, right there, lunged at the start. She's last, and now look at this. She rushes up in the traffic. She shows some speed. We'll show the start once again. A lunge, she's last, bad. Okay, then rushes up, bad again. But she's is showing some early speed. Okay, there she's showing her early speed, going 6 furlongs against maiden 40. Now today we take a drop to the maiden 25. We have a little better outside post, smaller field, and we're stretching out to a mile. Forrest Boyce with that nice win yesterday on Muchacho. Forrest is gonna with a very good clock in her head, so she'll have to dole out this filly's early speed, stretching out to a mile today.
Wouldn't disclude her at all from this race because, as you said, a good start is very important, especially over the sprint distances. And unless you're outclassing the field, when you blow the start, like she kind of did, it's very tough to stay on top. And she had that early speed here, but then she failed to finish. And I wouldn't discount her.
All right, so the 2 and the 5 are going to be the heavy favorites. Race 7, the 4 any minute now. Could pull off the mild upset. That's it. We're out of time. Big 7-race program gets underway in about 26 minutes. Late pick 5 paid $2,700 yesterday. What's it going to pay today? We have that nice carryover over $5,600 in the Rainbow pick 6. That's going to start race 2. Don't get shut out on the pick 6 today. Starts in race 2 on the 7-race program. Big game watch party all day long. You get to the sports book early, get a couch, get a table or something so you're ready to go at game time later on this evening. We'll be done our live racing, but the Gulfstream will be done. Santa Anita will still be going on when the big game kicks off later on.
Well, and we have a huge 75-foot LED split screen which shows all the action from across the U.S. So you're actually, when you're here, you're not missing out on anything at all.
All right, so come out and join us here. Enjoy all the fun. Don't forget about that $3,000 football pick'em contest you can enter for free when you buy a program. Dave Rodman's coming up next with today's Scratches and Changes. Good luck.